All right, bottom of the hour, we're going to talk to Selwyn Barr of the Bergamax Company. We'll be talking to him about bergamot flavonoids, and we're going to especially be focusing on ED, erectile dysfunction. It turns out that flavonoids and flavonoid supplementation can benefit male sexual performance. Flavonoids in general just have so many wonderful benefits. Flavonoids are a component of vegetables, general type of chemical structure. There's two very fascinating chemical structures in vegetables. And most of the time when we hear about plant nutrients or phytonutrients, what they're talking about is one or the other of these two major classes of chemicals that are found in tomatoes and potatoes and apples and pears and pretty much all fruits and vegetables. And animals, too, for that matter, that eat those fruits and vegetables. But our main sources of these two categories of nutrients are fruits and vegetables. They're called carotenes. Pretty much everybody's heard of beta-carotene, but there's lots of different carotenes. There's hundreds of different carotenes. And flavonoids. And there's probably more flavonoids than there are carotenes. Probably on the order of 1,000 different flavonoids that we know of. Now, flavonoids and carotenes are not considered to be vitamins, or I should say they're not considered to be essential nutrients. You've got 90 essential nutrients. But I think that they're only non-essential because when we came up with the essential nutrients, I don't know, 80 years ago or so, 70 years ago, probably in the 1920s to 1940s is when they established all the essential nutrients. They didn't have the detection mechanisms that we have today. The electron microscopes and the nuclear magnetic resonance, NMR machines, and all these HPLC machines, these high-tech machines that were developed over the last maybe 50 years or so, weren't available when the essential nutrients were being listed, when they were being discovered. And so flavonoids and carotenes, because they're only present in very, 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 very tiny concentrations, didn't get recognized as being essential. But I suspect that these flavonoids and carotenes, and generally you'll hear the term sometimes bioflavonoids, and that generally means all the flavonoids. They tend to be colored. They're very protective for this against the sun and against environmental damage, against oxidation damage. They're basically protective elements. And they do a lot of other things too, but one of their major roles, one of their major functions in the human body is to protect us. So plants, as it turns out, make fundamental protection molecules. They're called flavonoids and carotenes. And it turns out that the bergamot plant, and the bergamot fruit, which is kind of a cross between a lemon and an orange, it's not very edible, it only grows in a few places. It turns out that the bergamot fruit has got some really, really cool flavonoids in it that aren't found in any other, at least that we know of, any other fruit or vegetable. And Selwyn Barr will be talking to us about that in the bottom of the hour. Okay, we'll take your calls in our next segment at 844-236-6010. So call in now, and we'll get your calls in our next segment. I just want to touch on a few things before we go to our break. Yesterday we were talking about the simplicity of the healing process and the simplicity of how the breakdown of the body initiates and how it proceeds. It's really logical. It's common sense. It's plumbing. The body is a fluid system, and that fluid, everybody's probably heard that we're 2/3 water, right? We're 60 to 70% water. The body is a fluid system, and much of that fluid is circulating. What we call the blood and we call the lymph, and even to a certain extent what we call the bile, these are fluid systems that have to circulate. The science of how fluids circulate is called fluid dynamics, hydrodynamics. And fluid dynamics and hydrodynamics, from a biological standpoint, the movement of fluid, the movement of blood, is all you need to know if you want to heal yourself. It's all you need to know if you want to live a good life, a good long life. It's all you need to know if you want to prevent disease, is how fluids move and the relationship of the dynamics, the movement of the fluid to good health. As fluids move, and specifically I'm talking about the blood, but it could be the bile too and the lymph. As fluids move, stuff is delivered to cells and stuff is removed from the cells. So why yesterday we said it's all about dirty blood. Once the blood becomes dirty, it doesn't deliver nutrients as well. Once the blood becomes dirty, it doesn't detoxify as well. And once the blood becomes dirty, it doesn't deliver oxygen as well. And these are the three ways the body breaks down. We've talked about it so many times, but we never really related it to the blood. But what's the good news here? What's the cool thing here? Oh, by the way, when the fluid is moving around, when the blood is moving around, it's generating an electrical current too. So as the fluid starts to clog up, as the blood starts to get dirty and clump up, not only is it not delivering oxygen, not only is it not delivering nutrients, the mighty 90 essential nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals, the EFAs, not only is it not delivering oxygen, but the electrical energy that's generated as the fluid is moving, that's slowing down. There's less and less electrical energy. This is all following dirty blood. This is all following the entrance of toxicity, and that includes sugar, in through the digestive system. That's why it's so important to focus on that point. I don't talk about food and the digestive system because I'm some kind of health nut. I'm talking about it because it's how we get sick. At the end of the day, it's plumbing. Fluid dynamics, hemodynamics, the movement of fluid, it's how everything's plumbed, how everything's put together in a piping situation, how the fluid is moving through these pipes. So once you start to stop the stream of toxicity, and this is why fasting is so beneficial. That's the reason why fasting is beneficial. It immediately allows the body to cleanse itself. Fasting is the best cleanse you could do because it'll allow the body to cleanse itself once that stream of toxicity stops entering into the fluid system. And then you start patching up the gut. You use all the things we talk about, the bone soup and the glucogel caps and the probiotics. These are all used to patch up the gut. There's no way your chronic degenerative disease is not going to reverse. And there's no drugs that can do that. There's not a single prescription drug on the planet that can repair your gut. There's not a single prescription drug on the planet that can clean your blood. But does it matter? No. Because we don't need prescription drugs. We don't need medical strategies. We can do it all ourselves. And that's the good news. That's the bright side. All right. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll be back right after this. We'll take your phone calls. 844-236-6010. We'll take your phone calls in our next segment.
There are hundreds of silver products on the market today, but there's nothing like the astonishing health benefits of the multi-patented One Silver Solution. Boost your immune system at a great price with our Silver Solution Liquid, starting at $12.95 a bottle. Now available in regular and extra strength. That's half the price of the leading competitors. Call 844-USILVER for your free catalog, or go to onesilversolution.com. Onesilversolution.com. There is only one Silver Solution.
Now, a twice as nice Twin Kit special offer from Complete H2O Minerals for all GCN listeners. Get a Complete H2O Minerals Twin Kit with 33 different minerals, vitamins, and amino acids all in a liquid form. Enough for 2 people for 1 month. Regular price $89.95, but now Complete H2O Minerals is offering the Twin Kit for $69.95. And all GCN listeners receive a bonus 16-ounce bottle of Ionic Silver absolutely free with free shipping. A $120 total value. Hurry, limited time offer. Call 803-794-4767 or click CompleteH2OMinerals.com.
Awesome health can no longer be attained from food alone. Since the advent of chemical agriculture in 1945, U.S. soils have become progressively more demineralized and infertile. Human health has correspondingly declined. To reverse this trend and to even have a chance at feeling great requires sophisticated supplementation to make up for what is not in our foods. When our bodies are mineral deficient, they require more protein. We suggest you begin with One World Whey. One World Whey is a new and improved protein power food. Our technological enhancement yields us a whey protein that produces phenomenal results. All case histories indicate that your body functions in a more youthful manner. One World Whey not only supports detoxification, building of lean muscle, and immunity, it strongly supports your energy and sense of well-being. One World Whey tastes delicious and comes in single servings. Call 888-988-3325 or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's oneworldwhey.com.
Hi, this is Walt Augustinowicz. I'm the founder and CEO of ID Stronghold. By now you've heard our commercials about wallets that protect you from electronic pickpocketing. 10 years ago, I created a way to protect my own cards from prying eyes after government officials started talking about issuing a national ID card with a built-in radio chip called RFID. I felt having to broadcast my personal information was an invasion of privacy. Soon after, it was also announced that credit cards, debit cards, U.S. passports, hotel room keys, and even transit passes would all soon incorporate RFID. It was then I formed ID Stronghold to share my inventions in blocking RFID signals with the world. There are a lot of misconceptions out there today about RFID. I encourage everyone to get informed and get protected. Please go to idstronghold.com and get the facts and the wallet, sleeves, or badge holders you need to protect your personal financial data. You'll be pleasantly surprised that through our direct sales model, you won't pay more than other comparable unprotected wallets. It is as though the protection is free. Visit idstronghold.com today.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Hey neighbor, what are you doing digging? You had a heart attack last year.
Oh, I know. I was told no more hard labor.
Then why are you digging?
Well, I've been taking Extendovite. It's been approved to help my heart.
Extendovite? Is that a new drug?
No, not a drug. It's more like an herbal combination made from garlic and cayenne.
Herbal? How can that help?
Well, actually, we've taken herbs for thousands of years, and Extendovite is doing the job for me.
Does your doctor know about Extendovite?
Yeah, my doctor knows, and he said it seems to be working for you, so don't stop taking it. I feel great taking Extendovite. I don't want to stop.
To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822, or visit our website at heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
In recent years, we have witnessed the most catastrophic disasters in history. Earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, typhoons, and more. Legacy Premium Food Storage will prepare you. Our great-tasting non-GMO quality food products have a 25-year shelf life, are the most affordable on the market, and are American-made. They're perfect for hiking, camping, and road trips, too. Be prepared with the best. Go to survivalfoodalliance.com. That's survivalfoodalliance.com.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Everyone says or does something silly once in a while, but once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash. Put it to rest. Get a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. We protect your online image by helping to make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
At 30dayfoodsupply.com, two of our top priorities are providing quality food at a reasonable price and protecting your security. When you call 800-700-2184, we will never record your phone call and never ask for your personal information, like how much food you have stored or where you keep it. We'll also never store your credit card information and email address on a computer. Your email address will never be shared or sold. We'll never limit the number of boxes you can purchase. We'll never use outside packers or use relabeled food from another company. Our meals are naturally high in fiber, carbs, and protein, and everything is packed with oxygen absorbers and Mylar pouches under our direct supervision at our plant in Oregon. Oregon Trail Foods and 30dayfoodsupply.com keep prices low by buying directly from their producers in Oregon and then passing the savings on to you. Call 800-700-2184 and purchase our 30-day 90-serving emergency food supply for only $99, and $10 ships your entire order to the lower 48. Visit our website, 30dayfoodsupply.com, or call 800-700-2184. That's 30dayfoodsupply.com at 800-700-2184.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state in back taxes, you know they'll never stop coming after you. With bank levies, wage garnishments, they'll even seize your home or business. The good news? A government program for tax debt forgiveness. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative.
I'm Paul Sibley with U.S. Tax Shield. We can help navigate the new laws, get you protected, and resolve your tax issues permanently.
Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield now for your free consultation and get a guaranteed quote to resolve your case. Call 800-436-6451. That's 800-436-6451.
Do you have difficulty taking supplements? Are you searching for a high-quality, complete nutritional drink that your whole family will love? NutriMedical's Life Support has arrived. All of your daily nutritional requirements in one quick, delicious drink. Dr. Bill Deagle's Life Support is a proprietary blend of vegan protein, activated vitamins, essential minerals, amino acids, probiotics, green tea, digestive enzymes, anti-inflammatories, cancer prevention, detoxification, and much more. Your body will high-five you for this one. Life Support is the best complete nutritious meal replacement on the market. Whether you are an elite athlete, have post-operative challenges, chronic illness, elderly, or a family that just wants a quick, delicious drink, try Dr. Bill Deagle's Life Support for optimized nutrition in one great tasting smoothie. Just add cold water, almond milk, fruit, or anything else you like. NutriMedical's Life Support. Try our great tasting chocolate or vanilla today. Call 888-212-8871 or visit us online at NutriMedical.com. NutriMedical.com for the whole family.
Talking about flavonoids and carotenes, seaweeds are one of the best sources of flavonoids and carotenes, and this is one of the reasons why flavonoids and carotenes are so powerful, and this is one of the reasons why seaweeds are so powerful, and this is one of the reasons why seaweeds and seaweed products have multiple wide-ranging health benefits. Seaweeds are especially rich in flavonoids and carotenes, and you can tell by their incredible coloring. You ever see seaweeds up close? They're almost fluorescent when they're healthy. And that fluorescence is a manifestation of their, at least partially a manifestation of their flavonoid and carotene content. Flavonoids and carotenes have an ability to absorb light. And this ability to absorb light is what accounts for their incredible benefits and their incredible beauty. The beauty of the natural world is largely a function of flavonoids and carotenes. And when I say the beauty of the natural world, I'm talking about the colors of the natural world, the reds and the blues and the violets and all the beautiful hues that surround us everywhere. Even artificial stuff, even like bricks are red ultimately because of elements like carotenes and flavonoids. Even artificial structures get their color from flavonoids and carotenes, at least to a certain extent. Minerals, mineral elements also, obviously they're non-flavonoid or non-carotene, but actually the flavonoids and carotenes they absorb their light because they're minerals ultimately. In any case, flavonoids, carotenes, the reds, the blues, the greens, the oranges, the violets of the fruit and vegetable world, of the plant kingdom are much more than beautiful to look at. They are actually very good for you. Eat your rainbow. All right. 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's go to Susie in Ohio. Welcome to the bright side. What's up?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I have a friend who's got sinus problems. Do you have any suggestions for that?
Yes, that's a very good question, because that's a classic example of the problem is not the problem. You follow me? The sinus infection seems like it's the problem, but it's a sign of the problem. It's a sign of an overloaded and overworked defense system. Are you with me?
Yes.
Usually the body will resolve infections. When you say sinus infection, I assume you mean one that's not resolving, or somehow it's not getting better. Usually the body will take care of that. In fact, the body will take care of these bacteria that cause the sinus infection to such a great extent that we won't even know that the body's taking care of it unless it becomes overloaded. Either overloaded because there's a lot of bacteria present, or overloaded because it's doing too much work. Now, you can't control the bacteria that are present because we live in a planet of bacteria, but you can control your immune system. You can strengthen your immune system. The first thing you want to do is remove any other burdens on the immune system. That usually means digestion. Where is the bulk of your immune system located? Do you know?
I'm assuming your digestive system.
Very good. Good assumption. That's exactly where it is. The vast majority of immunity is in the digestive tract. So if you have a sinus infection, you'll be like, well, what's that got to do with my digestive system? Well, sinus infection is an immune system issue. It's not resolving. The immune system's not taking care of business. So you want to work on the immune system, and if 80% of it is in the digestive tract, that's where you want to work first. Probiotics, good bacteria, wonderful for taking care of bad bacteria. So that's the first thing to do. Biolumin nightly essence, 3 in the morning, 3 at night, fermented food. Probiotics, good bacteria. Apple cider vinegar also helps keep the environment of the gut hospitable to good bacteria, so using apple cider vinegar and digestive enzymes after your meals. As far as getting rid of that infection right away, you can do things like vitamin C and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, sip on that all day long. In fact, when you're even feeling a cold coming on, taking a bunch of your BTT and using vitamin C can be very helpful for keeping the cold from happening. As far as the sinus infection goes, vitamin C is powerfully anti-infective, powerfully antibacterial, and in addition to supporting your immune system. Zinc 50 milligrams, I find it interesting that zinc has so many different benefits for the body, yet it's one of the major nutritional deficiencies that we have, and it's really cheap to get enough zinc in your system. It costs you a penny a day. Now, if she's not on zinc and she has, or your friend is not on zinc and has a sinus infection, that's going to make a huge difference. 50 milligrams of zinc. Keep your sugar intake down to 0 if possible, or as little as possible. That means bread and pasta and all that good stuff that we all love so much, and fruit juice too, and desserts. Of course, that goes without saying. And then practice slow, deep breathing. Get on a rebounder. These are all strategies for helping build your immune system. And then the sinus infection, the immune system will take care of the sinus infection. That will go away on its own. That's how I like to work on the bright side. Does that make sense?
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. All right, let's go to RC. What's up, buddy? Hey, RC.
Ben.
Hey.
Hey, I've got a friend. Well, first of all, I want to say, you know what attracted me to listening to you the first time was your. It's almost like poetry, the way you explain things, and it's so simple and
wow,
just wonderful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That means it makes sense, right? You get it.
Yeah.
It's not complicated. They want us to think it's complicated. That's why legalese. Do you ever go to court, RC, and you have to try to understand legalese is the same thing. It disempowers us. And it's not right. It's not fair at the end of the day. Go ahead, RC. I didn't.
Obfuscation. I have a friend sent me a guy named Dr. Galvez talking about he's going to make a presentation on lunacy.
I know about that. Where is he going to do that? In Santa Cruz?
In Monterey.
Okay, well, he's interesting, but it's the medical model. It's the idea of lunacy for the listeners. That's it's a anti-cancer molecule. It's about killing cancer. So this guy, and he's a smart guy, obviously. He's a professor at UC Davis, I think, in California, somewhere in California. Yeah. UC Berkeley or Davis, somewhere up there.
He's at Davis.
He's at Davis. Okay, so he discovered that there's this anti-cancer compound, a peptide called lunasin, comes from soy, and yes, it's true. Plants make anti-cancer compounds, but cancer is not an issue of killing things. Yes, it's true, lunasin has medicinal properties, but it's part of the entire plant, and to try to target a specific molecule is a drug company strategy that patents things, controls things, and is basically not in our interest. It's in business interest. If it was really in our interest, we would say cancer lives in an environment that's conducive to cancer. Cancer lives in a context of cancer. We work on the environment that the cancer is living in. And who controls that? We do. We control it through the foods we eat, through the air we breathe or don't breathe, through the toxins we get or don't get, through spiritual strategies, mental strategies, emotional strategies. These are all the ways that healing is supposed to occur. And I find it offensive as a human being that there's this profession that purports to control the healing process. I find that personally offensive to me personally, and to humanity in general. And I don't appreciate it. If we really care about people's health, we'll be focusing on the things that are causing the disease. Nobody has a lunasin deficiency. Do you need, chemotherapy if you have a tumor and there's some magical thing that will kill a tumor? That's great. I understand that. And, I'm all for that. But if we focus on the context, ultimately we're working at the causal level, and ultimately we have control. We become powerful. This is a message of empowerment at the end of the day. Thank you, RC. I appreciate it, and thanks for the kind words, buddy. All right. We're coming back talking some flavonoids and bergamot with Selwyn Barr on the bright side. Don't go away. If you're interested in purchasing any of our Bergamax product, I've been talking about bergamot now for going on 6 months or so, probably 6 or 9 months. When I first heard about bergamot, I was blown away, and I said that you guys need to check this product out. You need to use this product, and I wanted to make it available, and I don't do that a lot. I'm very careful about the products that I suggest, but when I heard about bergamot, I was completely blown away. And then the more I heard about it, the more blown away I was by it. Basically, it has these flavonoids that we've been talking about. Anyway, I got introduced to it through a couple of physician friends of mine, and then they directed me to our guest, Selwyn Barr, who is the founder of Nat Health Solutions. I hope I'm saying that right, because I hadn't heard that before. Nat Health Solutions. I talked to Selwyn last year, and we got together and we agreed to sell the Bergamax, the bergamot via Bergamax on BrightsideHealthProducts.com. And since then, the research that has come out on this particular type, as we'll find out, this is a particular type of bergamot. The research that has come out specifically on this particular type of bergamot has been just pretty darn overwhelming, I have to say. And I've been in the business for a long time, and I'm very pleased and honored to have Selwyn Barr on, the founder of Nat Health Solutions. I said that correctly, right, Sal?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good. So, Sal, you're an engineer. You're a mechanical engineer by training. And then I noticed that you're a horse trainer and driver. That's kind of interesting. And then also you founded the Cold Rock Ice Creamery. Is that how you say it? The Ice Creamery in Australia.
That's correct.
Okay, Ice Creamery in Australia. And then you got involved with bergamot. So first of all, how did you get involved with bergamot?
Well, I'd semi-retired, Ben. I'm 68 years of age, and 5 years ago I sort of, thought my body needed a break. And anyway, an opportunity came up. A friend of mine, whose brother's the major shareholder in the company in Italy that produces the extract. There's only one company in the world that produces the extract. And it sounded interesting, and I thought, well, I should have a further look into it. And the more I looked into it, the more enthusiastic I got, and the fact that I thought it could help me personally, which it has. We could help a lot of people along the way with the product, and the product in that 5-year period that I've been involved, the product's probably twice as beneficial now as what it was then.
Now, what is it about? There's bergamot everywhere, but there's something special about this one. There's a couple of special things about this one.
Well, it's not so much special. I mean, bergamot trees are grown in Australia, in California, in parts of Africa, Canary Islands,
Mexico.
Israel. But it's just a specific. There's a microclimate around that bottom southern part of Italy down. I don't know whether your listeners know, but Italy's shaped like a boot, so it's like around the toe area and the ball of the boot. So it's a very specific, smallish region.
Is it a volcanic area? Is that a
volcanic? Very volcanic. I've been to the orchards there on a number of occasions, and it looks that you can't see any soil or dirt at all. It looks like the trees are growing in a gravel yard, but that's the volcanic, and you've got to dig down about 1 meter before you'd actually come to what we call soil. So it's a microclimate that the climate comes off the top of Africa, hits that region, and spins off like a vortex. So there's a whole range of factors that contribute to having a unique blend of polyphenols or bioflavonoids that are in this fruit that aren't in the fruit grown anywhere else in the world.
Now, one of the neatest things about this particular product, and I know it's called Bergamet, right? Is that the particular name? The name of
Bergamet and Bergamax. Yeah.
What's cool about the Bergamet that grows, is that Calabria, by the way? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, It's from Calabria, correct.
Calabria. So this area, there's universities in this area that are like making a living studying this stuff, correct?
Yeah, the University of Catanzaro has done a lot of work on the extract, and that's been funded by the university and the Italian government. They gave Professor Malachi, who's the lead researcher at the University of Catanzaro and on the bergamot extract, 40 million euros over the last 2 years, primarily for research and to build the best research facility in all of Europe, and which it has. University of Catanzaro now has the best equipped lab in all of Europe.
And they're specifically targeting the polyphenols that are in this bergamot.
Absolutely, because it's part of all of the scientists and cardiologists and researchers that are involved. Where their interest comes from, they all grew up in the area where the fruit's grown. So it's like something it's part of them, and that's why so much work and research has been done into the product because of their it's their homeland and the area where they grew up and where it's been shown to be have enormous benefits in a large number of areas.
I wonder if the Mediterranean diet, all the benefits of the Mediterranean diet, have something to do with the same kind of potency in the soil.
Well, yeah, I believe so. Yeah. I mean, hand in hand, if probably the healthiest thing you could do in the world is be on a Mediterranean diet and take Bergamax as a supplement, because the problem for us is it sounds like the greatest snake oil story of all time.
I know. I was talking about that. It's just there's so many different things.
I've taken that call thousands of times in the last 5 years, and I say to people, I agree 100%, but it is what it is, so I don't know what else to say.
Because you're working at a fundamental level, and everything is upstream. Or everything's downstream. I mean, if you're working at the basic level, and then everything, you get all these multiple benefits downstream. So it makes perfect sense. Now, speaking of benefits, there are so many, I don't even know where to focus on, but to me, the metabolic syndrome, the liver and the metabolic syndrome, this is what got my friends, Dr. Dragle and Dr. Ehrlich, who we've had on the program, this is what got them involved, is they got blown away by the benefits that this stuff had for metabolic syndrome. So talk a little bit about as a layperson. I know you're not a doctor, but you're an engineer, and you understand engineering. If you understand the engineering, you understand the body, is the way I look at it.
A lot of people think I'm a doctor, but I've been, bear in mind, I've been exposed to some of the best research scientists, cardiologists in the world for 5 years, Ben, so I have a fairly good understanding. Metabolic syndrome is just a set of risk factors, and this is the only Bergamax is the only single product on the market that addresses all of the risk factors of metabolic syndrome and the liver, for that matter.
Okay, hang on, Sal. We got to take a break. When we come back, let's talk about exactly the specifics of metabolic syndrome, the blood pressure in the liver, and the cardiovascular implications, and how bergamot addresses that. And then you have some interesting things to say about erectile dysfunction, about ED. So I want to cover that as well. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We're talking bergamot and bergamox with Selwyn Barr, and we'll take a break and come back with more good stuff, good health information. Don't go away. All right, we're back on The Bright Side, talking some bergamot. If you're interested, you want to check out any of the bergamot products, you can go to brightsidehealthproducts.com, brightsidehealthproducts.com. We're talking to Selwyn Barr, Nat Health Solutions. So, Selwyn, metabolic syndrome. What are some of the symptoms of metabolic syndrome, and how does the bergamot address that?
It's got a number of risk factors: is cholesterol, triglycerides, blood pressure, blood glucose, and weight. I mean, they're the risk factors of metabolic syndrome. So Bergamax is the only single product in the world that addresses all of those risk factors. And as we alluded to and you spoke about earlier, it's because of the unique blend of the polyphenols that are in the fruit. So all of the products are the juice and the pulp of a citrus bergamot. So it's got those factors which contribute to reducing metabolic syndrome. There's 75 to 80 million people in America with metabolic syndrome.
Just to reinforce, pretty much all the things that people complain about when it comes to their circulatory system: elevated blood pressure, cholesterol and triglycerides, risks for heart disease, not to mention obesity. Probably bone disease too. Osteoporosis, I think, might be part of metabolic syndrome. And then the liver is involved as well. There's a big liver component, no?
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know whether your listeners would know, but statistically in America, you have at least 70 million Americans with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease.
More
including 7 million children. So
is that crazy? 7 million children. So kids... So kids would benefit from this too?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, because there is no product on the market at the moment that can really work on fatty liver. So it's an area where a lot of people aren't that familiar with it, but it's being regarded as the epidemic of the 21st century. Some countries around the world have alarming numbers. Just one, for instance, nothing to do with the US. In Taiwan, 60% of people over 40 years of age, men and women, have fatty liver. So that's fairly consistent around the world. And Bergamax is the only product that can address fatty liver by changing the function and the structure of the liver.
You say 70 million, and I think it might even be more than that. But the thing is, you don't have to have a diagnosis of fatty liver disease to already have a fatty liver. I mean, it's progressive. You know what I'm saying?
I would suggest that probably 80% of people with fatty liver don't realize they have fatty liver.
Yeah, it's not like you have to have a diagnosis. We're all pretty much, because our livers are all compromised. And one of the cool things about this flavonoid, and I think everything works via this mechanism, I would guess, at least mostly, and that is that it's protective for the liver. It's a liver protective substance, and that's why it works for metabolic syndrome. That's why it works for liver disease. I think. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly right.
So that sounds like the mechanism, and it also has to do with how the blood flows, because the liver is filtering the blood to a certain extent, right? That's one of the things that the liver does. So it improves the circulatory system in general, and one of the ways it manifests this kind of this beneficial effect on the circulatory system manifests is as it turns out for erectile dysfunction, ED.
That's correct. Yeah.
And now, to me, that's one of the most exciting things of all. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we've spent the last 12 months looking at the benefits of the extract on diabetic men with ED, and virtually every diabetic man has ED issues. So we started formulating, and the scientists at the University of Rome started looking at the product to see it, and we just completed a study earlier this year where we did a study on 60 patients over a 120-day period just with the products like Bergamax. And at the end of that, it showed a 30% improvement in the international index of erectile dysfunction. So the product alone, since then we've formulated another product, again with the extract as the main ingredient, but with a couple of other products which has proven to be more significant again. So we should have that product out shortly. We're just finishing the trial. The trial will be published next month on PubMed.
That's one of the most exciting things, and that's really what got my attention. And one of the most exciting things about the product is the fact that there's so much research behind it. I mean, if you look up PubMed or you look up scholar.google.com, you'll get research on all bergamot in general. There's a lot of good stuff on there, but on this particular product, there's a lot of research on it, just on this particular product.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. It's probably the most clinically and scientifically based product, natural product ever. I mean, what stands us apart from others, and I don't want to be disrespectful to other natural products, but all of our products have been clinically trialed, the full product, not just one or two ingredients in the product. And I think that makes us stand out from the crowd, is the fact that we trialed the actual product, and I don't believe that I've seen that actually with any other product to any great extent.
And I love the idea that you guys have the resources to spend, because it's the Italian government at the end of the day that's doing a lot of this stuff. You have the resources to spend to have the kind of quality research that you need, that has to be done. And that's what a lot of things are lacking, because you have resources that other companies don't have. You know, having those government resources, and that accounts for a lot of that. And I love the research. But tell me, when I was talking to you on the phone, you told me some really neat anecdotal stuff that you'd heard, right? Some of the people that you'd worked with personally. Why don't you tell the listeners some of the personal stories that you've heard other people share with you about the Bergamet? By the way, brightsidehealthproducts.com, brightsidehealthproducts.com, if you want to check it out or purchase the product.
Yeah, we've got we've got tens of thousands of patients on. We've sold over 800,000 bottles in that 5-year period, and we shipped to 12 countries. But we've had some amazing stories. An 84-year-old lady that I picked up the phone 3 years ago in Australia and took her call, and she just wanted to reorder, and she said, it had been a benefit to her cholesterol, but she said the best benefit she'd ever had. She suffers from arthritis really badly, and she said since commencing Bergamet, her arthritis was the best it's been in 25 years. And that's something that really tugs at your heartstrings a bit, because someone of 84 years of age, and if people have suffered with arthritis, they know how terrible the condition is, especially as you get older. So instances like that, We've got diabetic men that have been able to reduce their blood glucose medications when you add Bergamet on a daily basis. Huge reductions in weight with many people. Now, it's not a fast weight loss product, but there's a gentleman in Australia that's been on the product for 4.5 years, and just recently he sent me a photo, and he's late 70s, can't exercise, not very mobile at all, but in the space of 4.5 years, he's lost 5 inches on his belly. And actually, a few months ago, he sent me a photo of his belt, and he was excited by that. So,
of course, the blood sugar and the metabolic syndrome, all the whole metabolic syndrome markers, everything improves. Everything improves, really. Because it's all, the metabolic syndrome, the blood sugar, the liver, everything that we suffer from by way of autoimmunity, by way of weight problems, by way of heart disease, probably even cancer, all follow these fundamental breakdowns. And the flavonoids and the exclusive flavonoids in the bergamot, their ability to protect the liver and keep things running efficiently upstream or downstream, I guess you would say. To me, that's some powerful, powerful stuff. Thank you so much, Selwyn. So it's brightsidehealthproducts.com, brightsidehealthproducts.com for metabolic syndrome, for ED, for blood pressure issues. There's lots of other things as well. Anyway, brightsidehealthproducts.com. Thanks, Sal. Talk to you again soon.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, so if you're interested in checking out the product or you want more information, you go to brightsidehealthproducts.com. And, of course, if you're interested in joining the Brightside Ben team, call the phone team, 1-866-735-2470. Thanks for listening, friends. Have an awesome, wonderful, beautiful day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Okay, open your mouth and say ah.
Getting a good view of a sore throat can be difficult, but the new doctor-recommended sore throat exam kit from SayAhNow.com makes it easy. A first-of-its-kind scientifically designed oral retractor to relax the tongue, minimize gag reflex, and increase visibility. Our Made in the USA kit also includes a medical-grade reference chart, easy-to-use website and app so that you're one click away from unparalleled sore throat information. Click SayAhNow.com. SayAhNow.com, a must-have for your family's medical preparedness.
You are an individual with your own thoughts, decisions, and actions, so why should you be penalized for not enrolling in the subpar health insurance mandated by the government when you can be truly independent with Liberty Health Share, a bold, innovative alternative allowing you to take back control and make your own decisions about your health care? Mention this ad when you call to learn more. 800-714-6993. That's 800-714-6993. Liberty Health Share. Together, we are one.
We use mobile devices right against our bodies every day, but growing scientific evidence has emerged showing serious health risks associated with exposure to EMF radiation emitted from these devices. The solution is Defender Shield, the most effective mobile radiation shielding ever developed. Defender Shield blocks virtually 100% of EMF radiation from cell phones, tablets, and laptops, and starts at just $64.99. Buy now at DefenderShield.com. For 10% off, use promo code GCN. DefenderShield.com, the worldwide leader in mobile radiation shielding.
You are an individual with your own thoughts, decisions, and actions, so why should you be penalized for not enrolling in the subpar health insurance mandated by the government when you can be truly independent with Liberty Health Share, a bold, innovative alternative allowing you to take back control and make your own decisions about your health care? Mention this ad when you call to learn more. 800-714-6993. That's 800-714-6993. Liberty Health Share. Together, we are one.
Okay, honey, I have to ask, and be honest here. Have you been taking a little blue pill? Because things have been pretty good in the bedroom lately.
No, I swear.
You didn't pick anything up at the Pharmacia last month in Cancun?
No.
Well, something's different.
I have been taking that heart and body extract you bought me.
But that's for your heart and to control your cholesterol.
Well, I read HB extract also promotes healthy prostate function.
I never guessed it would work this well, but
you're glad it did.
Oh, yeah.
Heart and Body Extract is a 100% organic formula that promotes a strong heart, healthy arterial flow, better circulation, improves erectile and prostate gland function, and provides youthful energy, strength, and stamina. Find out more at heartandbodyextract.com. Heart and Body Extract paired with healthy heart choices is a winning combination. Call toll-free to order or for free information. 1-866-295-5305. 1-866-295-5305.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom, the number 106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
Friends, this is Alex Jones for MidasResources.com. For more than 15 years, I have exclusively used Midas Resources for all my precious metal needs. Whether it's bullion or collectibles you're looking for, Midas Resources is simply the best. I own my gold as a hedge against inflation. This Federal Reserve fiat currency could go the way of the Deutschmark and the Weimar Republic anytime. In these historically dangerous times, it makes sense to physically hold gold and silver. Midas already has some of the best deals in the industry. But if you give them a call and mention the radio special, they will give you a list of the day's super specials. Midas brokers are standing by to answer all your questions at 800-686-2237. They also have a lot of informative free literature explaining the opportunities and risk of holding precious metals. They are ready to answer your questions at 800-686-2237. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
Thousands of people seeking home security get ripped off every day, and the home security industry wants you to believe that's your only option. They've got hordes of salesmen out there trying to scare you into signing one of their long-term contracts. You get stuck writing huge checks month after month with no way out. It's robbery by contract, and it can cost you thousands. But there's a better way to protect your home. Simply Safe Home Security. Simply Safe has no contracts. None. You'll get award-winning 24/7 protection. Security professionals watching over your home, ready to instantly send police to the rescue for just $14.99 per month. That's less than half what most companies charge. Protect your home the smart way. Visit simplysafedefense.com today for an exclusive 10% offer and get a free keychain remote worth $25. Only when you go to simplysafedefense.com. simplysafedefense.com.